Hello, my lovelies. Happy Independence Day. I'm going to be telling you a little bit about someone who really inspired me. He is one of the leading freedom fighters of India and was well known for slogans such as Dilli Chalo and तुम मुझे खून दो मैं तुम्हें आज़ादी दूंगा. तो आज़ादी के इस दीवाने का नाम था सुभाष चंद्र बोस. इनके बारे में थोड़ी सी बात करते हैं आज. 18th August 1945, the day the Japan News Agency announced the plane crash in which supposedly Subhash Chandra Bose was flying and he passed away. Led to many conspiracy theories being formed, whether he died, whether he did not die. We'll talk a little bit more about that much later, but let's for now find out a bit more about his life and times. So, like I said, 23rd January 1897 was the date Subhash Chandra Bose was born. 18th August 1945 was that very sad day in our history when he supposedly passed away. Early life में Subhash Chandra Bose was born in Cuttack in Odisha. His parents were very educated and his father sent him to English medium schools along with his 5 elder brothers. He followed them into Presidency College, and while in college he realized that he had great differences of opinion with the British, and that's where the seeds of the independent struggle in the mind of young Subhash Chandra Bose were sowed. He was influenced by Vivekananda's teaching and considered him to be his spiritual guru, but his political guru was C.R. Das, whom he followed into the Congress. Now, when he started opposing the British, his first and the most important point of start was when he, after being expelled from presidency, he was fighting for he started writing and all of that. Now, he organized a boycott of the celebrations to mark the welcome of Prince of Wales' visit to India in 1921. Now, because of this, his name was, marked by the police among the freedom fighters, among the list of rebel Indians, and he was arrested during this time and sent to prison. Now, soon after this, because he started becoming known, he also joined C.R. Das within the Congress and followed, started becoming known as a freedom fighter. He was young, he was energetic, he was very aggressive, he was assertive. He wanted to snatch freedom from from the very throat of the British. Gandhiji, of course, had a difference of opinion. Gandhiji wanted a quiet struggle for independence and a dominion status for India, while Subhash Chandra Bose was fighting very vociferously for a free India. Now, it was during this time that Gandhiji and Subhash Chandra Bose, the differences between the two arose, and Subhash fought for the Congress presidency, stood as an opposition to Pattabhi Sitaramaya, who was Gandhiji's candidate for the presidency. Bose won, but Bose realized that he would not be able to exist within Congress if he were opposing Gandhiji, so he left Congress. He formed Forward Bloc and moved on. In 1939, when he formed Forward Bloc, he also started this call for freedom fighters within India. He started a mass movement. The people started responding to him because people were willing to fight for the freedom of the country. The British, of course, promptly put him into prison. Obviously, होना ही था. लड़ोगे तो क्या होगा? तो हुआ. He went to jail. He was put under house arrest. Now, in 1941, he planned his escape and he left. So he first went to Bihar, then he went to Peshawar, and then finally he reached Europe, which was where there was money, there were people. He wanted to find support. He met Hitler. He also got married during this time in Germany, had a daughter also. He went to Britain during that time. He spoke with the Labour Party leaders. His ideas actually influenced the British leaders also in a big way. Hitler promised support to Netaji. He realized that sitting in Europe, he would not be able to, create this movement because he was too far off from the action. So he decided to come back to Southeast Asia, and that's where he formed the Azad Hind Fauj, or the Indian National Army. So in 1943, he comes back to India and he forms his Indian National Army. He starts looking forward for support from different countries. He flies around the world looking for support. Known as one of the most influential freedom fighters, a charismatic orator, he was able to get a lot of people to join the Indian National Army, as well as a lot of money and support from different countries. His slogans, of course, Dilli Chalo, Jai Hind, and Tum Mujhe Khoon Do, Main Tumhe Azadi Dunga, fired the imagination of millions of people across India. It was his militant approach that was really attractive for a lot of people, for especially the youth and those who were waiting to, who were impatient and who did not want to wait for the freedom to be given to them by the by the British. They wanted to snatch it from the British. Um, of course, it was said by the government that Subhash Chandra Bose died in a plane crash. The Japanese news agency announced it. Unfortunately, there was no actual facts came about. So many theories, conspiracy theories came by. People came. Somebody said something. Somebody said something. The government sent out a number of commissions to find out the reality. Shah Nawaz Committee in 1956 went to Japan to assess the situation of Bose's death. Unfortunately, the government did not send any committee to Taiwan or Formosa, which was where Bose actually died. So no facts of his death could come out at that point of time or even much later. In 2006, the Justice Mukherjee Commission did come out with a report in the parliament which said that it was not Netaji who died then, and the ashes in the Renkoji temple are really not his. However, the findings were rejected by the government of India, and we don't really know what happened. Some say that Netaji lived in Ayodhya as Gumnami Baba for many years, and in fact, when Gumnami Baba, who lived in Ayodhya, died a few years ago, many documents, many things were found in his possession that show his close association with Netaji's. So maybe he was an associate, maybe he was Netaji who lived in hiding, we really don't know. These are mysteries that will forever be with us. However, one thing that is not really a mystery and that should stay with us is the fact that Netaji fired the imagination of this quiet country which was looking for independence to be given to them as charity. And he asked that we stand up and rise as a nation and fight for our independence, and that's what we did. Guys, it is time for you guys also to rise and fight. Of course, your fight is not for your independence, your fight is for your exam. So guys, remember, my name is Abhilasha. I'm the one who will teach you how to fight for VRC. See you in class every day at 5:45 and 7. Remember, my referral code is AbhiCatLive. You can join me anytime you want to. Happy Independence Day, my folks.